Our guest today is very aggressive about making money and he has a strange way to keep himself motivated. He is also one of the captains of the content creation campus in the real world. If this is your first time watching me, do hit that subscribe button. Welcome to Dieselhead. This is Vivek. Let's roll the video, fellas. So, Rico, welcome to the channel, buddy, and please tell something about yourself.
What's up, guys? I'm Rico, 18-year-old that's making money online at the comfort of my own home. And I've been doing this for like a year now, and I'm gonna just continue grinding. What's up, Vivek? How you doing?
So I'm doing great, Rico, and welcome to the channel. I am very happy that you are here on my channel and answering the questions most people don't know about, right? So first thing, what did you do before joining the real world?
What did I do before joining the world?
Yeah.
I've always been a hustler. I've been selling snacks at school. That was like my main thing, how I made all this cash. Like, especially at a young age in school, I was like 13, 14, 15. And I've just been doing that. And then before I joined the world, I already knew that I didn't really want to go to college.
Yeah.
But that was like the traditional route, I guess. And people were like saying, oh, go, go, go. They're trying to get me to sign up for scholarships and just do my letters and things like that. But I just wasn't interested in that. And I started a TikTok page,
That's
which
great.
I started before the world, but I didn't take as serious until I joined the world. So that's what I was doing before, selling snacks at school and just making TikToks.
So you were a hustler before even joining the real world.
I would joke with like some friends of mine, like, oh, I'm gonna join Hustlers University because I'm a hustler. And they would all laugh. But I was being for real. Yeah.
How much were you earning before joining the real world? On an average?
I was making like 2,000 a month,
Oh,
around
that's great.
there. But that was selling snacks. I would keep like 1,000 some. So it wasn't like crazy money, but it wasn't bad money either, especially like as a 16-year-old in high school. Like, that's pretty good.
I think it was great money still for a 16-year-old.
Yeah, and that was average. Sometimes it went higher, sometimes it went lower, but just $1,000 profit I'll take home.
So when did you join the real world?
I joined the world November of 2022. I remember exactly because that's when it launched. And my first campus was the copywriting, but it wasn't really for me. I didn't take it serious until January 2023.
So how did you realize that content creation is your stick?
I was already on this path. Like, I was already creating TikToks. I was already doing YouTube. I started the YouTube January 2023, so same time I started taking it serious. And I like speaking. Like, speaking is my main thing. I wanted to do something with my voice. And when I found that you can with UGC, I'm sure you're going to get into that later, I just went all in and just stacked up the bands. You get me?
I can see that you are very aggressive about your speaking, and I really like it because you have a very strange way of speaking things and you do it precisely. I've always admired you for this.
I'm not trying to say, oh, I'm the best speaker, but like, at my age, I'm able to hold myself well. I'm able to conversate in a well-polited manner, and I'm able to get my point across. At least I like to think so. But I do watch myself back, especially the older videos. I'm like, dang, look at the progression, look at all that. And that's something I learned within the world, is constant feedback and then constantly getting better.
That is very important to get the feedback and work on it. So how long it took you to land your first client after joining the real world, and how aggressively did you outreach for this?
I was on a unique path. I wasn't really trying to go down that client routes. If I would have to say within UGC, it would be December of 2022. But I didn't outreach to them. They outreached to me because I was a part of a program called the Amazon Influencer Program. And that's basically, that was UGC before I even knew what UGC was. And UGC is user-generated content, if you guys don't know. So I was creating like little review videos for Amazon products that I had around my house, and I would post them on Amazon. And then I would funnel people from like TikTok, YouTube, into my Amazon store, and I would get paid affiliate commission. So I was already kind of into this, like I said before, but I didn't know what it was. They were outreaching to me. They're like, hey, we'll give you $50 if you just create a video about this little product right here. I'm like, okay, sure. I was like 16 at the time. I'm like, bro, $50, that's like easy 50, and then I get 2, that was easy 100. I'm like, okay, yeah, why not?
It was the same with me as well. I also didn't know anything about UGC before joining the real world. Do you have any local clients, or do you also deal with international clients?
I would say that I'm trying to come more local, but at the same time, I do want to keep it international. That way I don't have to like any ties in just one certain area. I want to be able to like for example, last week I went to Texas, another state like 3-4 states away. And I was able to work from my computer because I edit and then all that stuff. So it's like, it's perfect. Like, I could go anywhere. I could go across the different side of the world and I could still work from a laptop.
Correct. So, How much did you make from your first client, first project?
$50. And then they gave me another opportunity, so it added up to $100. That was my first ever like first deals, like just $50. I was happy with that. I was like, okay, cool, bro, $50. Like I'll take a free. To me, I thought of it like a free $50. I'm like, oh, bro, like
Yeah,
sure.
I can understand that. First income $50. That is great. Were you getting any regular clients after starting working?
You see, I didn't know I was a UGC creator until August, and that's when like just I started getting deals. But I was getting these like the same $50 deals. Hey man, we'll send you this little product. Just create a little video and talk about it and post it on Amazon. I was like, okay, sure. So I was getting those like here and there. I was making like 2, 3, 400, 300 a month just off those little things. And then at this time, it's already January 2023. I was doing the YouTube. I got monetized in March, and then I was already making some money from that. And yeah, but I didn't make no money from like my personal brand or TikTok for at least like 5 months, 6 months even.
Okay, okay. So, how often do you outreach your clients now?
I do zero outreach.
You don't outreach any of your clients now.
Nope. They all come, like I could show you guys like my email. Like I don't even really do anything. It's just people see my work, they see my speaking ability, they see what I'm able to deliver, and they outreach to me. They're like, oh, we need a Rico on our side. We need Rico to do what he did for them, for us, but even better. And that's what I do. That's what I pride myself on. And I mean, like I do zero outreach, like I said, and they come to me. They all come to me, and I'm
That's
turning deals
great.
away. I'm like, oh, sorry, I can't. Like $50. I'm not gonna do nothing for $50 anymore.
Great, great. That's great. That's great. So you are getting work from your work now. You don't outreach at all. All the clients are inbound now. That's great.
And
That's
you will
great,
get to
man.
that point. The hardest part is just the initial part. Like with anything, like let's say you want to start a rental business. I mean, a real estate business. Like if you want to get renters or whatever, the hardest part is going to be when you first start. You got to get that big old chunk of cash. You got to put it down. You got to get your first renters, and then like let's say one of them leaves you. Now you're down. But like once you get started, if you have like 10 different people renting from you, and one of them leaves, you're like, oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't trip. Like with everything you want to do, it's just like what everything you want to do is the beginning. That's the hardest part. But once you get past that, it's smooth sailing. You're chilling. I'm not saying it's easy, but it's more. It's less work than what it takes to the initial startup.
Everyone would be a millionaire if it was easy, right? So, when was the first time you hit leaderboard? I've always seen you on the leaderboard.
I always try to get on it. I've been off it for like a month or two already, and it's making me angry. But I know once whatever I'm working on just shoots up, I'm gonna be on there again. Probably top spot. Like I was 2 months ago or something. But I've been on the leaderboard since the beginning. I even have old screenshots that I could show. But back then, the leaderboard wasn't as crazy as it is now. Now it's like 10,000, 40,000, 50,000, like
Yeah,
$6,000, $8,000,
Luke
crazy.
really raised the bar.
Yeah, yeah. But back then, like when the consecration campus first launched, it was barely like $100, $50, and stuff like that. And I remember I was like I was top 10 something, and I had like $100 win. So I've been on the leaderboard since the beginning. But I've been like same way as the leaderboard and the whole campus as a whole. I've been elevating as well.
Exactly. So, have you ever secured any high ticket client?
In what sense? What does high ticket mean?
I mean, above 5,000 or $6,000?
Not yet. I do get four-figure deals like 3,000 to create videos. I was just on the phone talking with a potential 2,000. Someone wants to offer me if they say, oh, if you do good, we're gonna keep you on and bump you up to 5,000. So, I mean, opportunities are arising. Like it's just it's gonna happen eventually. It's just the ultimatum, and I know it's gonna happen. I just haven't yet. But I do get like those four-figure deals. This is like big deals, like stuff like that. I do hit 4 or 5 figures though, so I guess.
That's great. That's great. So, how do you deal with your clients when you interact with them the first time?
I'm always responsive. That's one thing I like to pride myself on. Like I have alarms in the morning, in the middle of the day, and at night. I always check my phone in the mornings. Like that's one of the second things I do because I always get sunlight before I check my phone and stretch a little, whatever. That's my morning routine, but it don't matter. So I like to be responsive as like always, as much as I can. Like, oh, what's up, man? I'm gonna go out today and record. What's up, man? I just recorded this. Oh yeah, bro. Like when they first outreached to me. What's up, bro? Appreciate you for outreaching. Appreciate you for outreaching to me. Appreciate it for like complimenting my work. Yeah, I love your product, this and that. I love to work with you, whatever. And I'm responsive. I'm like you can read me. Like there's so many creators that are just closed closed off. Yeah, it's like bro, be communicative.
So, how about the payment terms? Do you take any money in advance or all of it in the end of the delivery time?
Yeah, this is one thing that the professor inside the content creation campus, Mr. Pope, told us. Always get 50% up front because like you never know, like just in case you deliver the video and they just run off with it. Like it is whatever. They're stupid for running off with it, but at least you get some money. Like you won't get this, but you get some. Like I've had that in the past. I got paid like 500 and I was supposed to get paid another 500, but it just didn't happen. I'm not tripping. I already got my 500. Like yes, I was like bummed out, but I just move on and I already got that back tenfold, so it doesn't matter.
Right, right. So, what kind of gears did you use the first time?
In terms of equipment, like to record,
Yeah, yeah.
still have it. It's dead right now. 3, 2, 1. So this little iPhone is what I started off. You can see the camera in the back. Like it's an iPhone 2020 SE. This cost me $300, and back then I bought this in high school. I'm not too sure when I bought it. 2020, like my freshman year in high school. And I literally started off this. This is what I started. I had a computer, but I didn't use it. It was like an old Frankenstein computer from my brother's old parts. I didn't have this MacBook. I didn't have that iPhone 14. I didn't have all these mics. I didn't have nothing. I started with this, and this is what made me money. This made me my first money. So you could get started with anything. If you have an old trash phone, make sure you do the best you can with it and level up. Or invest in a decent quality phone. Like all you need is just a phone. Like you don't need a laptop, you don't need a computer, you don't need mics. Just make sure you have a good phone, good lighting, good camera basics, everything else, and you can make money. There's no excuses. Stop making excuses that you don't have the best equipment, whatever. Just get to work, bro.
So true, absolutely. So, what kind of gears are you using now after making so much money?
Now I don't really have this stuff on me, but main thing is the MacBook. I use this like literally once I wake up, I hop on it. My phone is one of the big contributors. I'm always like texting people that I'm working with, like, oh, boom, 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 boom. The mics, I love these mics. I recently bought the DJI. I used to have some old D80 ones, but the wind broke them. I was bummed out, but it doesn't matter. Like, what I was saying is like, you don't need that much. Like, I don't have a fancy camera yet. I don't have crazy lighting. I use natural light. Like, just get creative. Make sure you deliver. Make sure your on-screen presence is more better than like all these equipment, because the equipment is not going to make the person like behind the camera.
So, what are the softwares you are using to edit all those footages?
This phone, I started on TikTok. I was using TikTok to edit videos. Not even gonna lie. Then I heard about CapCut. I switched to CapCut Mobile, and then that's when I fixed up my computer. I started doing CapCut Desktop. It kept crashing, and I was getting annoyed. So that's when I switched to Adobe. But I only switched after I was already making money. So start out for free. CapCut is free, and if you don't have an alternatives, and if you don't have CapCut, look for alternatives. Like there's always alternatives. Like it's so easy now just to get started.
Rico, you are the perfect example of how you can make money with minimal amount of gears.
Definitely. Like you don't need all the fancy stuff. Like yes, it helps and it elevates you and also gives you that sense of professionalism. But if you're able to deliver like these
True.
results and the quality, it doesn't matter.
Agreed. Totally agree with you. So, what is your minimum fee for creating UGC videos now?
It ranges, it totally depends, but honestly, I'm not gonna do anything lower than 250 bucks, and that's like kind of low. Like unless they're doing like a big package deal, like where it's 4 figures, I'll do more videos for less money because I'm getting that 4 figures.
That is reasonable, I believe.
Yeah, like why would I say no to 4 figures if I could just like it just doesn't make sense. Like take the money. But when I first started, I was taking any deal I could. Like I took 500 for like crazy amount of videos, like 15 for 250. And I don't know what I was thinking, but it wasn't anything crazy. It was just like I was trying to build rapport with a potential client because they had like crazy amount of clients. But yeah, know your worth, but at the same time, money's money. It's up to you. Also, hold your values. Don't sacrifice your values for money. Like I was offered like a gambling, a crypto scam, pump and dump. I was like, no, I'm not doing any of that. Putting my face on that stuff. So be mindful of that.
What are your future plans? Do you plan to stay in UGC only or expand it further to advertising agency or something like that?
Future plans. This is always a hard question because I mean I'm still growing, bro. I'm barely 18. Like I do know and I have a picture of what I want to do in my life, but at the same time I don't. This is something I ask myself every day. Like, what am I doing in my life? What is my end goal? What am I gonna do in a year or 2 years and stuff like that? My main thing though is my YouTube channel, or even just my personal brand as a whole. Like when people see me, oh, that's Rico.
Yeah.
Rico. Right now I'm known for, they call me chip guy, the snack guy, the guy that sells chips and stuff like that. And I mean, that's cool. I like that. I'll take that title.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I do want to be known for something else as well, though. So, main thing right now is just building up the personal brand, like just giving advice to the young kids, I guess, and continue grinding. Future, I do see myself like doing something like with social media, content creation, marketing, all that stuff, because I like speaking. I'm not even gonna lie, I like speaking. But if I have to take like behind the scenes and then my output will be my personal brand, then I'm totally fine with that as well.
What kind of applications are you using to get your payments from your clients?
Bro, use anything. If they want to pay you, like Tate says this. If they want to pay you in lipstick that costs $10,000, take the lipstick that costs $10,000. Like, just make it easy for them to pay you. Ask them, oh, what do you guys make payments on? Like, I got paid on Cash App, PayPal, Wise, Revolut. That's like a UK one.
So you have account on every application out there for taking the money, right?
Yeah, yeah. And one thing that I guess I struggled with was when I started, I was 16, and then when I was actually like getting paid, I was 17. So I don't know how it's gonna work with my situation because they're gonna think my dad and my brother made more money than they did, but it was me. So I don't know how that's gonna work. We'll just see when it happens. But my main thing is just stacking up the cash so I can hire a G accountant.
So what are your advice for the other creators who want to be a UGC creator or content creator or something similar to this?
You better be working hard because you got competition like me, straight up. But if I were to give you advice like how to get more clients and things like that, just deliver. Be communicative and deliver. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah, hard work is very important. So, do you know anything about daddy tokens?
I don't like saying the name. I just call it DT. DT, if you know what that means, you know what it means.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
also don't like the name.
The name's a little sus. I'll say it like that. I'm not trying to.
yeah, agreed.
But yeah, I have some money in it. I'm not gonna be a G or anything like that. I just see the community like going crazy, but I'm sticking. I'm holding. I'm not necessarily like, oh, trusting Tate. Like people treat it like it's like a cult or like just like I don't know. I just do it like, okay, yeah, I trust what he's gonna say. If I lose my money, I lose my money. Like one thing that I learned is like there's always one moment in your life where you lost like crazy amounts of money. Like one of my Theos told me he lost like $5,000 like just off something. My other Theo told me he lost like 10,000. So I mean, if I lose like all my money, whatever, it's gonna be a good story to tell to my future sons and grandkids and all that. Like,
And you can always make more money. So, did you invest anything in DT? I mean, daddy tokens, or you are still out of it, completely out of it?
no, I did. I said I invested like multiple four figures. I'll say that. I'm not gonna say the exact amount, but I invested multiple four figures.
That's great. That's great. Because I have also invested a little amount of money in daddy tokens recently.
Yeah, my bank kept calling me. They're like, bro, who keeps spending thousands of dollars on crypto? I was like, that's me. My fault. And they just kept like canceling it. I was like, nah, veto. But we'll see what happens. I might put more, but I think I'm set. I'm chilling.
I must tell everybody that Rico is the same guy who used to fail me in my authenticity exams. I have been failed about 3 or 4 times, if I am correct, Rico.
I I vividly remember that, but you're gonna remember it more than me because it was your experience. But yeah, I do
Yeah,
remember.
I'll remember it.
I remember failing you. I don't remember the reasons why.
But it was nice, I think.
If you can,
I've seen a lot of people get offended when they fail, and because I have also failed a lot of them, and some of them got offended with me and was behaving badly with me. But this is the part of the deal, na? See, even though
how are you gonna get mad that someone's telling you
Exactly.
your flaws? Like I wish everybody told me that. Like I had some not an argument, but someone like was telling me, they're like, bro, it's hard to communicate with you, this and that. This is when I was like really on the go. I was like, this is when I was flying. I was doing this and that. So I wasn't as communicative as I normally am. But that just proves like, oh, how communicative I am. And then once I just go silent, like it's just like a huge difference and notice. So I did like that. Like I wish people told you more. Like, oh, I don't like when you do this. I don't like when you do that. Because then I'll be like, oh, perfect. Like let me improve on that. Like I wish people told me that more. But
that is
like
very
feedback-
important. The
yeah,
feedback is very important.
Yeah, feedback is super important because I'll give you an example. I'm a golfer. I never had a coach. I don't have crazy money like back then. Like I spent instead of buying a car, I bought $1,000 golf clubs.
Oh,
My fault. my fault. That's what I thought was the way out. But in order to improve, you have to make small little adjustments. And I didn't have a coach that could tell me, oh, your arm's you're coming over the top. I had to set down my camera. I recorded every time. Same thing. I started off this phone. I would record. I would see my feedback. I will apply it. Next day, all right, yesterday I was doing my arm too much. Now let me tuck it a little more and come in, open my hips and stuff like that. So feedback is very important. It's always important. And you need to either do it yourself, self-reflect, or try your best to get it out from others.
Do you know anything about AI Automation Campus?
A little bit. I'm not really too much into it as much as I can be. Because if anything, I'm going to learn the basics and then hire a guy that's like a pro.
Right.
So I don't really see like a best use case for me. And I do have someone on my team that is kind of looking into it. And we'll see what happens. I'm probably going to use it, but
Same
maybe
is
not
with
right
me.
now.
I am also thinking to learn it, but I really don't have enough time to learn it. I'm doing so many things. Fortunately, I have also got the team and they are working on it also. Most of the questions are already done. If you have anything to add to this, then it is fine.
I do plan for the Instagram. My Instagram is one of my lowest, like, I guess, social platforms. Like, I have, like, barely 15,000. Like, that's a lot. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm appreciated for all of them, but that's my lowest. Like, TikTok, I have, like, 180,000 people. YouTube, I have 150,000 people. And I got to get the Instagram up. So I'm going to be attacking that a little more, and then I'm going to use it there. And I don't necessarily know what to use it for, maybe to reply to comments, but I like replying to comments. Like, I had a comment today. It's like, bro, this guy replies to everybody. Like, appreciate him. I'm like, yeah, bro, got you. So I like replying to comments myself. It does take time, but I mean, I feel like it builds more of that connection. Like, oh, this guy with 150,000. Yeah. Like, I would get happy when, like, my favorite YouTubers would reply to me. Like, imagine these people. Like, yeah. So I always try to reply, but we'll see what we could implement into my channel.
Replying to the comments is very well implementation of AI and automation. Cause I am also having this issue. I get a lot of DMs and a lot of comments. Comments are somewhat fine, but getting so many DMs and replying each and every DM with similar kind of questions and similar kind of answers is really a bit of pain. And I really want AI automation kind of thing in my DMs, for my DMs. So yeah, it's important.
That's why you gotta, like, cause I noticed getting the same thing, so that's why I created a Telegram. That's why I created a Discord, and then, but like my thing, I always like tell people, oh, DM me on Instagram, DM me on Instagram, cause I check that every day just to make sure there's no questions. Like today, I had like 6 in the morning, so I was like, okay, let me clear them all, send them up, and then I just send them voice notes, easier, quicker for me, and I'm able to help them out. But now I'm like, oh, ask this question in the Telegram, ask this question in the Discord, just so other people can get help of it, and don't be selfish and like only use it for yourself. So that's something I'm pushing, but I know AI could help that as well and just reduce the time.
I usually ask all my followers not to DM me because they all ask the same questions and I have to answer the same thing every time in every DM. That is why I don't like it, the DMs.
Yeah, I get you.
It's something like Pope has to answer similar questions and he gets angry on all of us. I have seen Pope zeroing roles of other members many times. So that is one of the reasons why I don't ask many questions directly from the Pope.
Yeah, I know the Pope's removed my roles a couple times too. It's all
Really?
good. It's all banter. But yeah.
It's amazing. I mean, now we realize it, remember it. It sounds kind of funny, right? How it was, how we did it, how we came through all of that.
Yeah, definitely.
It feels so funny.
It is.
So Rico, it was really nice talking to you, man, and thank you for spreading so much knowledge with my viewers.
Of course.
And I hope we'll be meeting soon and doing one more video on our channel together.
IRL.
And best of luck for your future ventures. And thank you for.
Yeah, thank you for giving me the opportunity to come on your channel. The next video we got to do it in person, like podcast style,
Sure.
things like that. So we'll see what happens in the future. I mean, you never know. Crazy times, and I mean,
Yeah.
just continue grinding, everybody.
Thanks, man. Thank you very much. And guys, if you enjoyed watching this content, do hit the like button, share the video, and we'll be meeting in the next video.